Matt, Renee, I'm about 10 miles due east of Sutherland on Nonpareil Road, right at the intersection of Nonpareil and Gassy Creek. It's where Gassy Creek meets Calapooya Creek. This is the edge of the level 3 evacuation point. We are being told that about a mile and a half up that road is where the fire line is, but crews have been coming up and down all afternoon, and what they've been telling us is that the fire, by their description, is kind of standing up, so we're not in a danger zone from where we are here. So we're on the north side here of the Archie Creek fire. Now, what we've heard is that the fire is on the other side of the ridge line, about a mile and a half, 2 miles directly to my left. But the good news, as Marissa just highlighted in her weather report, is that there is no wind here. It's basically still where I'm standing, and what we've heard from fire crews coming down is that the fire is basically standing up straight, in the sense that it is not moving or advancing in our direction or in the direction of Sutherland, which is really good news for the people that are living down in Sutherland. Now, the difficulty with this fire from the start, it initially was 2 fires that merged into one yesterday, and the tough part about imaging and mapping this fire when it did merge was that IR flights, infrared flights, did not have this particular area on the docket because of the backlog around the West Coast and Oregon in particular, and so they haven't been able to image this one yet. They are running into evacuations with people choosing not to leave. Now, I want to read this right for you. People have the right to stay, but people also need to realize if they do stay, there may not be a way to get to you if that does happen. Glide, initially the command center for the DFPA was there. They had to pull out as the fire advanced earlier this morning. The DFPA did also lose a guard station. We're unsure about any building loss or any casualties at this point. Glide seems to have done okay so far, but a lot can change as this story does continue to develop. We do have some information to share with you from the Douglas Forest Protection Agency. As of right now, the fire, which is now named the Archie Creek Fire, is at 72,000 acres with 0% containment. Now, they did have a command center in Glide, but the fire did advance too close. They had to pull it out. There is no list of actual damage done to the areas of Idlewild and Glide just yet. There's a bunch of structural resources that are doing protection. About 3,000 people were evacuated from the Glide area from last night to where we are now, but the DFPA did lose a guard station to the fire so far. If you're in level 3 situations, get out. And if you try to go back into level 3 evacuation zones, understand that emergency response crews may not try to find you if you find yourself in a life-threatening situation. They've had a couple situations that they've wanted to avoid. So if you're in a level 3 or your home is there, do not go back